let that one go wrong?
We were beaten by an opposition that were harder inside, that played with more energy, more dare, more aggression. In our brief conversation straight after the game, accepted that if we'd have won that game with our efforts in the last quarter, it would have gone against the trend. We would have not really have deserved it, but the team that won in the end of the day were the team that earned it and deserved it.
Since earlier that was the case, or did you feel going through patches? It looked like in the second quarter we started to get back on top.
Yeah, look, we had a dominant period in the second quarter. We didn't come out very well after half time. That third quarter is as poor as we've played for a long time, and you've got to give the opposition credit. I think they did a lot of things right, but we were nowhere near executing the way that we want to play our brand, and some of that's on our side of the court, and some of it's got to do with what the opposition throw you.
A high level of skill error today by foot.
Yeah, and you probably both sides may go to that, but we didn't do the basics well. We were beaten inside. They were harder and cleaner, and I think that largely sets up the game for you, either in offence or defence. And I thought in the clinches, and it was probably a more open game than we would have welcomed. But in the clinches when they were there, they were cleaner and harder than we were, and we could pretty well finish the press conference now, because there's not much more than that in the game, to be honest, or any game of footy, because but they earned it over the course of the day. Ground ball by 26, contested ball by 15. So they're very significant differences in ground ball and contested ball, and it's a reflection of what you guys saw and what we saw.
Is this will be made of Michael Walter's goal in the third quarter? Maney appeared to touch it. I mean, what was your take on that?
Oh, look, didn't seem to be a thorough review of it. So the umpires were either really clear that it wasn't touched, or it wasn't looked at externally. I'm not sure why it wasn't looked at closer.
Did he touch it?
Sorry?
Did he touch it?
I don't know.
Do you think that's been enough?
I haven't seen enough of the replays. I was watching the TV. We didn't see any replays. So.
Do you think that's been enough time after the decision's been made, reviewing every goal?
It's probably a bit topical right now, isn't it? We didn't deserve to win today, so you guys can have a look at the minutiae for me.
Is that your assessment, Nathan, that you would have felt like you'd pinched it if you had won it?
Oh, if we'd have played out the last quarter, we would have earned it with our last quarter effort, because the last 5 minutes of the third quarter we were able to fight back when it looked like we hadn't really given a lot through that quarter. And our energy early in the last quarter looked pretty good, but the trend of the game was reflective even in the last quarter of their inside work, and their ball use, their daringness, or their dare, and their willingness to move the ball fast told in that last quarter, because they went end to end 5 times out of 6 rebounds. So not something that we'd pride ourselves on, that sort of ease of ball movement for the opposition, and ultimately that told the kick out and their last goal.
How's Brodie Grundy's ankle?
He seems okay. Played the game out.
Sorry, do you seek any clarification over that particular incident with Walters, whether it was reviewed and it was missed, or it wasn't? That part of it wasn't reviewed?
I'll leave you to sort that out. We didn't deserve to win today. Thanks.